All right, so line it up with A. Line this up with your P2, about right there. All right, so there's my A. My P2 is right here. Now that it's lined up, that's gonna be my radius. So put it with your B, which I just did, and then draw your circle. This point where they connect, that's my Q2. So I'm just gonna connect my Q1 with my Q2, just like so. And now I translated that line. So this line and this line are now translated between Q1 and Q2. And it was moved over by vector AB. So I moved in that direction by that distance. All right, so that's exactly what you're going to need to do. And you're going to do it tons of times. So it might suck a little bit. It might be confusing. So just make sure that you keep at it. And let's go to this one. So I'm going to move my camera a bit. So we were just doing lines. Now we have to translate a triangle. We have to move it in this direction. So we're going to move it down slightly towards your left. And we need to move it by that distance. All right. If you notice, your A and B are too close together. So what I suggest to do is put A as your center, which I'm doing right now. If it stops moving, and draw like the circle right there. All right. So like I said, it's a little bit too short. I'm just gonna extend this line right here. So extend it, and this new intersection, that's going to be your point B. All right, so we're gonna move everything in that direction by that distance from A to B. So that's what we're going to do. I'd say go ahead, take a few moments, see if you can do this by yourself. If not, you can just follow along with what I'm doing. All right. So between A and B, we know that distance is this circle that we have. So in my P1, I'm going to make a circle of that same distance. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the circle like so. Now I don't need a full circle because I'm just going in this direction. So that's the part of the circle that I need. Now I'm going to line up my A with my P1. So I'm going to line it up like so. There we go. Once I have that distance, I'm going to put B as my center. Let me zoom out a little bit. So B is my center now. And wherever I set it, I'm just going to do that. This is going to be my new Q1. All right, that's going to be my new point. So this P1, it's now moved over here. Let's do the same thing with P2. So place it right there. Again, I don't need the full circle. Just going this way. All right, just like so. Line up your A with your P2. So that's just moving this over. And it's almost at the very edge like so. Put B as your center now. And that is your new Q2. Right here, that's your Q2. All right, do the same thing with P3. So right here, again, I only need this part of the circle because that's the direction we're going. Put A as your center. Line it up with your P3. So here's my P3. All right. Now that you have the distance, place it on your B. And then that's where you draw your circle. So this right here is now my Q3. So I have my 3 points now. All right, I'm gonna connect those. So from Q1 to Q2, let's connect them. So go ahead and do that. From Q2 to Q3, connect those. So do that. And then from Q1 to Q3, go ahead and connect those. And if you notice, now we have this triangle down here, which I'm going to highlight so you can see it very easily. You see it's the exact same triangle, but we just moved it over in the direction of where vector A and B is going, and by that same distance. Boom. Done. Right? Told you this was going to be a little bit tough. And it is supposed to be tough. But this is how you translate objects. They're the same distance, same angles, just moved over. Your job now is, once you're done with this, you can try the problem sets. All right, you got, I'm starting on page 90. You got number 1, number 2, and it goes all the way to page 91. But great job today. Let me know if you have any questions. Peace out, Girl Scout.